Well, yeehaw! Yippee-ki-yay, and welcome back to another Saturday Stockman Stampede. Brought to you by Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. It's old school sticker. Look at that. A yellow case 75. Yes, he started this open tag. If you don't already know, I want to give a shout out to Gunslinger Kalen. He gifted this Stockman to me. Very special gift. I've been meaning to do this video for a long time. Kept telling myself I was going to actually do some research on the Tang stamp. And of course I didn't. I told myself, I'm going to sharpen it up. And I haven't. I don't know how much I'm going to actually use this. Why? Because this is a 1974. The year I was born. It is an 18 pattern. And it has a pen blade. Hold on a second. I forgot to grab my other 18. Okay, we can continue on. This is my other 18. It was a gift from Kirby Creek outfit. Mo. Fantastic. But you notice that the modern ones have a spay blade instead of a pen blade. I'm sure you can still find them with pen blades. They are out there. This is a brown bone, which I want to compare the stamp there. So this says 6-3-18. 6 is for bone, 3 blades, 18 is the pattern, USA stainless steel. This one, if you look really close, we can focus in on, there's actually 6 dots, and that is the 70s case stamp. So that is a 1974, and it's got a pen blade, and this is chrome vanadium. So this is 3-3-18 HE, and the HE is what I have not researched, so my apologies. Maybe Kaylin will let me know in the comments. But 3, I'm guessing back then, was their synthetic, 3 blades, and it's the 18 pattern. Really cool Stockman. You can see the difference in the clip points here from the newer one to the old 70s one. And Kaylin, I think, generally only collects cases 2012 and younger. He really doesn't collect a lot of newer ones. There's a reason why. I know they were kind of acquired by Zippo in the early 90s, and their quality varies. These old ones are very nice. So besides the difference in the clip point blade and the fact that this has a pen blade instead of a spay blade, which I'm sure Thrifty Knifty would absolutely love, because those guys just don't like spay blades. But the small spay blades, I don't think they mind as much. They are huge Stockman fans. But I tell you what, Stockman with a pen blade, pretty cool. I'm not spaying any animals on the farm. If I was, I guess I'd want the spay blade, because you don't want to puncture anything. But to compare these two, I guess I'll do the sheepsfoot, right? I think they're about the same on these. I'm trying to jump ahead and compare the thickness of these. So very similar. Very similar. So what I want to show is this 1974 is just so much thinner. And yeah, you get blade rub, because look at how they have the blades crammed in there. you're going to get blade rub. And even when they don't cram the blades, I still get blade rub. This one may get a lot of it is you get blade rub from pulling out a blade when there's a blade so close. Like here, you kind of see the rub there, because I'll pull the spade blade out without pulling this out first. It's a case thing. It really pisses people off. I've gotten used to it with my Stockmans. I just learned to deal with it. I have no problem with it. But the thickness, this 74 is so much. What's the right words? It just would be such a great carry thin pocket dropper, you know. And this is not too thick or anything. It's not like a Marbles or a Rough Rider where they're very thick. But what I do love is look at the different size of the back springs. Like Case back in the day would do, a thicker back spring for their clip point, and then they do a thinner one for their other two small blades. And they've carried that on. It looks like they've done the same thing on this, and I've seen that on my jackknives also. And I kind of like that. Instead of like Rough Rider will do, the same blade stock for both blades. And that was a bad example because it was not a Stockman. And here's a case with the same thickness blade stock for the back springs on a Trapper. But it's really cool how they, they think about it. But I like how thin this is compared to the modern one. There was just so much more thought put into it. And everything's just more rounded. The bolsters are more rounded. And these aren't sharp, but you can see, they go to an edge. I love both of them. You can see here this has a small crack by the pin because it's old. I'm not sure how that happened. And this is in great shape. And one of these days I will sharpen it and I will carry it. But being a 74 vintage case, I'm not sure I want to risk it. Case, what have you done to me? You made me a collector and not a user. But great medium-sized Stockman, the 18 pattern. Thank you very much, Kaylin, for this knife. I greatly appreciate it. It's my only 1974 case. That means a lot to me. Well, I don't want to make this video too long. Just wanted to do an overview of this beautiful knife. He did mention how the yellow is different than the modern yellow Delrin, but this is a modern yellow Delrin, and it's slightly different, but it does have that lighter cream color. And I think Kaylin was kind of shocked by that. Maybe it was just the series of Trappers, and their Delrin is more of a dark yellow. I know Baron's Son has a really darker yellow Delrin. But great. I got carbon steel Trapper, and I got a CV Stockman from the year I was born. Cannot beat that. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have an awesome Saturday. Don't forget to herd up those cattle and make sure they're not getting into any trouble. Be kind, stay sharp, and take chances.